Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D, Sam Kohnke, right?
Yes,
Is
sir.
how I pronounce it?
Yes, sir.
Head men's basketball coach, Central Baptist. You know, you play in the AMC, that conference. You and I were just talking. I remember when Columbia was ranked. You guys knocked them off. They fell out of the rankings, but no other team was ever ranked out of that conference. So it kind of flew under the radar all season.
Yeah, you're right. But Columbia was a really good team.
Yeah.
And William Woods was a really, really good team too. They almost knocked us out in the second round of our conference tournament. We had a comeback win. We were down 12 with 3 minutes, and we came back and won. But they were really good.
Yeah.
Missouri Baptist was good. So there are some quality teams in there. I don't think we get the recognition a lot of the conferences get, but those teams were really good and could beat any team on any given night.
Well, you were talking about Columbia. They went to Indiana Wesleyan. And Indiana Wesleyan was really lucky to escape, and they were playing at Marion.
Yeah,
it took 2 overtimes. I'm trying to remember who you had. You had a tough route. You played. Who was it? You had to beat Mid American Nazarene in Olathe.
Yeah, Olathe.
Talk about going there and beating Mid. It had to have been crazy in that gym.
It was. So it was a Friday night game. So man, it was packed out. They got an incredible facility over there. So
and the fans are crazy.
Oh man, they were getting after it. So it was a great atmosphere, and we were down 7 at half, and just kept chipping away. And I love this group so much. They're just mentally tough. They never get down. They never turn on each other. They just keep grinding and keep making winning plays. But we got down 7 at half. We're down, late in the game. We actually had Wade Williams foul out of that game. We had Jonas Carlisle foul out of that game. And then Sean Corporal got hurt in that game.
Oh.
So we had to go win in the second overtime without any of those guys. And, we just, like I said, it's next man out. We got a lot of tough basketball players on this team, and they were able to go and make some winning plays. Yeah.
And then the next night, you played Bethel, a team I'm real familiar with. They came out to Klamath Falls. We had a tournament out there. I got to know them pretty well. Good team.
Yeah.
Big, strong. The guards can shoot the heck out of the ball. You beat them by 3. Talk about that game.
Yeah. So it was kind of crazy because we had the 8 p.m. game Friday, and it went to double OT. So we were leaving the gym at like 11:30, and then we had to come back and play at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And we had to get the scout ready. We stayed up to like 5 that night getting the scout ready. Man, we were a little banged up. I had 2 players play 40-plus minutes in the night before.
Right.
But like I said, the team just is tough. They grinded one out. We actually got up 18 in the first half against Bethel. And, they're a really good team. They're tough. They just chipped away. Got it to 1, I think, but we extended the lead. But they were really good. They were big. And then Drew Lutz is a heck of a player.
Drew Lutz is Drew Lutz, right?
Yeah, I know. He won from the volleyball line, buzzer beater in the first half against us. So, yeah, just, all of these teams are really good teams. And, we were, fortunate we made enough winning plays to escape that round.
The only point I'm trying to make is you had no cakewalk to get to Kansas City. And then you go up. What was Oklahoma Wesleyan yesterday was a 2, right? 2 seed. You're a 14. Not a lot of people were running around saying Central Baptist is going to beat Oklahoma Wesleyan, right?
Yeah.
And you guys go out. You started that game on fire.
Yeah.
No fear in those guys' eyes. Hitting a lot of shots, defending the heck out of them. I want to talk about that, but just talk about you guys starting the game, how you started.
Yeah, well, so we actually, funny enough, we started a different starting lineup yesterday than we did in the first 2 games. Our Tomas Mikiska, who's a senior from the Czech Republic, 6'6", shooter, 6'7" shooter, he got food poisoning, the night before, so he didn't play yesterday.
Oh.
So we were down a starter. So, we started differently, but we started well. We have guys who are not scared of anything or anyone. They not only are not scared, they love the big moment. They love the big gym. They love the crowd. So, we joke about it all the time amongst ourselves, me and the players and our staff. We got some dogs on this team.
Yeah.
They love the moment. They're fearless. They're competitive. When the going gets tough, they get going. So they're ready for it. And, happy. Oklahoma Wesleyan was really, really good.
Very good.
They were up 10 with 5 minutes. So we just kept chipping away, stayed head down, just kept making plays, and just proud of this group.
One guy that really impressed me yesterday, especially in the first half, Wade Williams. You and I were just talking. You lost him to injury for many games. You just got him back. For the conference tournament, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But he was hitting shots, catching it on the run. It was like, oh, that's a bad shot. Splat. Oh, that's another bad shot. Splat, right? He just was hitting everything, big emotion out of him. I thought he was really your spark plug in that first half.
Yeah, for some people, that's a bad shot. For Wade, it's a good shot.
Well, he proved that.
Yeah. Wade is awesome. Wade is about as tough as they come. Wade actually broke his foot in the Columbia game when we went to Columbia.
And knocked him off. When you knocked him out of the top 25.
He played 9 minutes in that game and said, Coach, my foot's hurting. Tried to play through it, which shows how tough he is, and then x-rayed a broken foot. So we kind of thought, all right, well, Wade's probably going to be out for the year. But, said, all right, well, hey, if we can make a little run and you heal quickly and get the clearance from the doctor, maybe you can play a couple minutes in the conference tournament. And then, so his first game back after 3 months out was first round of conference tournament. And he goes 9 for 10 from the field, 5 for 5 from 3.
Oh, my God.
13 minutes. He had 22 points. And then the next game against William Woods, when we came back down 12 for 3 minutes, I think he went like 9 for 13 from the field, had 22 points again. He's one of the most mentally tough players I've ever had. And he's just a great person, great player, completely unselfish. Just makes the right play. He's a winner. Wade's awesome.
Yeah, I want to talk more about the game, but your defense on Jaden Litsky, I think, was probably the best I'd seen all season. He's one of the most, I've said all year, I think he's one of the most consistent basketball players in the country. Every night he's 24 and 12, yes, 28 and 9, he's really hard to shut down. Man. You guys triple teamed him and sometimes, I swear, Coach, I saw some quadruple teams. He ended up the game with 7 points.
Yeah.
Talk about your defensive plan coming into the game to keep Litsky from scoring.
Yeah, there's some stuff on film we saw, we actually showed, I named the clips. I said, all right, this is how he wants to score. And I showed the clips of how he wants to score. And I said, this is how, he's kind of vulnerable a little bit. And I showed those clips. We won't get too into it.
No, that's
fine. I don't want to give anything away. But,
no, I understand.
But, at the end of the day, he is an incredible player. All of 6'8", 230, strong. And he's so skilled, too. He's got such great touch and such great footwork. So basically, one of the things we said is, hey, if he gets it with 2 feet in the paint, we are all collapsing on him, make him kick it out, because if we don't, he's just going to score it every time. So, he had a couple buckets, but you're right. There were times where he caught it 2 feet in the paint, and we all collapsed. And Kyle Harding had a huge block late on him, just on the help side.
From the back.
From the back,
I remember exactly. That. Yeah.
So just the epitome of team defense. Because really, he's so big and good. It's like, what else can you do other than guard him with 3 or 4 players?
Well, I was really impressed because I know how good he is. So congratulations. You really had a good game. It worked at any rate. Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's get, what was there? You just said it a minute ago. I think you were down 10 with 5 minutes to go. It looked like Oklahoma Wesleyan had settled in. They've been there many, many times kind of thing. It looked like, okay, well, Central Baptist kind of made their charge at them, and they've settled in. And then all of a sudden, and I thought Sage Bourbon, your point guard, was so key down the stretch. He had, 2 steals from back to back, and really charged your team up. And then he had another layup. But I thought he kind of sparked it. Yeah. And then the rest of the team followed him.
You are absolutely right. There's no question. And he is, I tell everyone he's the heart and soul of our team. He's, all of, 5'8", 5'9", about 150 pounds. But he is just, his heart's the biggest heart I've ever seen. He plays so hard. He has such a high motor. He's so quick and so good and competitive. So he had he had 2 steal layups, which, if we don't get those steal layups, we don't win that game.
Right.
But
changed the whole tone when that happened.
And funny, I was talking to my assistant on the first one. I just saw him going up the court to the lamp. I'm like, all right, we'll take it. But he had some huge clutch moments. But yeah, we were down 10. But the thing was, and we're telling our guys, our staff's telling our guys, this every dead ball or every timeout. we have been here before. We
Right.
have been down late at Mid-America NAIA, William Woods in the conference tournament. Like, we have been in this situation before. Oklahoma Wesleyan was so good, but, they, were blowing out a lot of teams because they're so good. So I think this season had less close games maybe than we had a little bit.
Oh, that's actually a fair point.
Yeah. And credit to Coach Boswick. He's one of the best in the business, no doubt. He's a great person too. And his guys were very, just competitive, but competitive the right way. So
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, we just Sage makes some huge plays down the stretch, and we just, this team just doesn't give up. So just happy we kept it going.
So I have a couple questions about your team. I was kind of break it down. I'm a stats guy. So you shoot okay, but you're not the greatest shooting team in the country. But you really hold, like, you shoot 45, but you hold teams to 40. You only shoot 34 from three, but you hold teams to 30.
Yeah.
You score 80 points, but you only give up 70.
Yeah.
Talk about your team and your team philosophy. What are you trying to achieve?
Yeah, I think we got literally, 1 through 14 on our team. They're all can dribble, shoot, and pass. Like, they're well-rounded basketball players. We don't have very many guys who, I don't want having the ball in their hands. I don't trust having the ball in their hands. So that's rare. Most teams have a big guy or two who's just in there to stand under the goal and rebound. We don't really have that, which is a detriment sometimes for our rebounding. We'll get beat on the board sometimes, but offensively and just decision-making wise, it helps us a lot. But you're right. I tell every recruit that I've ever talked to, it's like I tell them, if you don't play defense, you're not going to play for me, at all.
Absolutely.
So that's the price of admission right there.
There you go.
For playing time is defense and rebounding. And then, we've been able to find guys who do that, but also are skilled on offense. And that's where it's really started clicking. And, when you have 5 guys who can all, we might not have a team full of the absolute most lights out shooters, 1 through 10, but all of our guys can make shots. So it's just our scheme on offense is just find the advantage, make the right play for the team. Okay, and the rest will take care of itself.
I know you've analyzed the stat sheet ad nauseum from last night, but I got to ask you, where is it? You got out-rebounded 54-31. I'm a stat guy. I have found one of the best predictors of victory is severely out-rebounding the opponent. You got out-rebounded 54-31. They got 23 O boards. Well,
it was.
Now, you did cause 17 turnovers, 12 of them were steals. But how did you survive that when you look at it? Break that down.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a good question. I wish I had a more clear and concise answer for you. I told them, I said, we're giving up size.
Right.
Just battle as much as you can. They're going to get some O boards. They're probably going to beat us on the O boards, but just limit them to as few as possible. And a couple of them were late, when they were kind of in scramble mode. And also a lot of them were, we have some really good individual defenders. So a lot of them, their point guard, who's a great player, number 3, he's such a good player. I told my guys he's kind of like Davion Mitchell at Baylor, like just such great defensive tenacity and so skilled offensively. But, we have some good individual defenders who played great defense on him, and he would drive it and kind of miss the first one, get the second one, and, would shoot another putback. So it was a lot of their own misses.
Yeah, he missed a lot of shots.
Yeah, and they're all contested. That was the thing, just nothing easy for him. If he's going to make him contested one. So there were a lot of shot, miss, rebound, shot, miss, rebound, which kind of inflated the stats a little bit, offensive rebounding wise.
Fair enough.
But hey, they got a lot of size, they got a lot of aggression. They crash 4 every time on the offensive glass. So,
around 10 o'clock last night, you had to look at that and go, wow, 23 O boards, and we survived that.
I literally, that is word for word. That's what I said to my assistants, Ryan McLaurin and Quince Ray Roberts, who are sensational coaches. I just told them that exact thing, and they were like, I don't know how, but we made enough plays to win.
So I saw you just met Drew Stutz, looked like for the first time. You're going to be playing Freed Hardeman on Saturday. Another historic program comes out of the Mid-South. Have you taken a look at him? What do you think about that game?
Yeah, we watched the game before yesterday, which is always hard to focus. Like when you're about to play, you have to watch the team thinking maybe we'll play one of these teams. So we watched that, but it's hard to retain much in that setting. But no, we were watching film last night. They're really good. I think they're, if I'm not mistaken, they're number 1 in the nation in net defensive efficiency.
Okay.
So, they got some, basically almost every one of their players is like 6'4" to 6'7".
They're big, yeah.
They're big and they're mobile too. They can move. So, no, they're, Coach Tuss is doing a great job and has done a great job. Just every year they get better and better and better. And, they're a pretty young team. So for him to be doing this, I think they have one senior.
Yeah, Hunter Skurlock's a senior.
Yeah. I think he's the only senior that's in, their main rotation. So, for them to do that as a young team, they're a great team and they're tough. That's, we always say toughest team wins. And OK Wesleyan was very tough. This is another very tough team who just plays physical, plays strong, rebounds, defends. So it's gonna be another dog.
It's gonna
fight.
be a defense. I've seen you guys play now. First time I've seen you guys play in person, that it's going to be a defensive struggle. I can guarantee you that. But every rung of the ladder gets a little harder, right?
Yeah.
You're excited for it. You got to be.
Yeah.
What does it mean for Central Baptist for you guys to be here, be in the Elite Eight?
It means a lot. We're a 14 seed, but and I told in the post-game interview, said the same thing. It's 14 seed is just a number next to our name on a piece of paper.
Exactly.
It's a basketball game. It's going to be played on the basketball court. Seeds mean nothing. I mean, that's why they call it March Madness. But but with that being said, I don't think we're a traditional 14 seed. We won our conference regular season outright, won our conference tournament, blowout fashion. But no, look, it means a lot to the school. I'm definitely not surprised, but I'm happy that we're here. But these guys are tough. These guys are not afraid of the moment. They're not, it's not a situation where, we're just happy to be here. Like we think we could win the whole thing. But with that being said, it's one game at a time. We're not looking, okay, we got to win this one. We have to win this game tomorrow. And that's all we're focused on. And it's going to be a dogfight, but it's meant a lot to CBC, and I can't tell you how many texts I've gotten from registrar's office, admissions office, other coaches,
alumni,
alumni, just people just reaching out and expressing congratulations, and it means a lot. It means a lot.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks a lot for taking a couple of minutes this morning, and good luck as we move forward. Enjoy every moment.
Thank you, and that's what I've been told, and thank you for everything you do for NAIA hoops and small college basketball.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.